Hey fellas, once again this is Chef Garland Raiford coming to you live. I need y'all to subscribe because I don't want you to miss anything. We're going to get really advanced with this very quickly, and I don't want you to miss the beginning steps. Having said that, let's get started. Now is your time. You have to think about it like you're a spy. You're collecting information. It's reconnaissance. You're trying to find out about this woman. If she only has salt, seasoned salt, and salt in her pantry, she doesn't have any fresh food in her kitchen, you might want to start rethinking your issue. Because even if you do get with her, you marry her, you do whatever else, you have kids by her, she's going to have health problems. This is documented fact. People that eat processed food more than 5 times a week are going to have health issues. You want somebody that's going to be bringing fresh food in. You brought fresh food in because you were listening to me. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go peeky. We're going to go look at her cabinets. We're going to go look at what she's got, what type of oil she's using, what type of seasoning she's using. If she's using Mrs. Dash and Seasonal, we might want to end this early and get out with our tails tucked between our legs. If not, carry on, sir. Carry on. So, this is where we're at right at this moment. That's called the spice test. I call it the spice test because you're going to look in her cupboard. However, it's not just her cupboard. You're going to look at her kitchen. You're going to look in her refrigerator. You're going to look at everywhere that what type of pans, what type of knives, what type of pots that she has. These are all indicators of whether or not she's a good mate. Remember, we're not just trying to get laid. Even though that's a plus, we're not just trying to get laid. We're trying to get laid for life. We want a mate. All of us do, and I'm going to talk straight to you fellas. We all know we want a mate. Some of us want 2 or 3, but we all want a mate. Today, we are going to be making her roasted chicken with roasted potatoes and sauteed spinach. Simple, easy, filling, and wonderful. But the fact of the matter is that there's going to be a little techniques in here that you're going to need to learn, right? Like we're going to cut an onion. Why? Because it's the first onion that every culinary student ever learns how to cut. It's important because it goes in everything. Unless they're allergic to onions, which means they're allergic to a whole lot of other stuff, you should be good with this. This is a skill that you need to do. And not only that, it just fills the belly. It makes them feel good when you smell caramelized onions. It makes them want to eat. So, now, but once again, we're going from roasted chicken, roasted potatoes, and sauteed spinach. That's it. Not hard. Alright gentlemen, you're going to need to learn how to cut an onion. This is the simplest way to cut an onion. It is day 1 of every culinary school. We're going to go through it step by step. Alright? Very simple. Don't cut the root, cut the top. Alright, now that you've cut the top off, just so you know, what we're going to do is cut right down the middle. Now, having done that, the reason why you're doing that is because you want to have a solid base so that you can get to the rest of the onion. I'm going to turn this around because, well, I'm left-handed and the world was made for left-handed people until right-handed people took over. So don't mind me. I'm just crazy, that's all. Alright. Now, in reverse order, this onion wants to fight with me. In reverse order, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your hand, and what you're going to do is you're going to make a claw. Just like that. Okay? I'm not going to do that because you're not going to be able to see it on the camera. We're going to slice, and slice, and slice, and slice. Whoop, I missed. I'm doing this with an offhand, so bear with me. Alright, now once you do that, you're going to do it again. Slice, right down. It's just that simple. the last part, and I'm doing this crossways so that you can see it. Perfect dice. We just sliced half an onion. I just want you to know, make sure you keep a clean area at all times because you're in somebody else's house. Work clean. Once you finish doing a task, clean it up. Alright? Now, having done that, let's get on to the roasted potatoes. We're going to grab a bowl and we're going to grab some potatoes. Right now, you should be preheating your oven to about 350 degrees. Potatoes are going to go in first, chicken's going to go in after. Remember, a kitchen is just like a woman. You might want to warm it up before you stick it in. Now, back to the potatoes. You've got these potatoes here. They're wonderful, they're small. This is what we're looking for. What you're going to do is add a little bit of salt. And I'm doing this in a weird order, it looks like. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. Notice how I'm sprinkling it, baby, sprinkling it. Grab a little bit of olive oil. And we are pretty much done. Oh wait, we have our lovely garlic over here. We forgot about that. See how shiny they are? Yeah, baby. I'm going to add just a little more salt. Make sure that they stick to the outside. A little more pepper. Alright, notice. Dry hand, wet hand. All we got to do is add a teaspoon of garlic. Boom. Now, one toss more, and it goes into the pan. Okay, I've got the potatoes in the pan. We're going to cook these for about 30 to 45 minutes at 350. We want to make sure that they're nice and soft and roasted. Alright, right now we've got the potatoes in the oven. We're on a time crunch right here. So I'm going to do this very, very quickly. I need y'all to follow me here. Alright, we've got chicken. I've got leg quarters and I've got breasts. Why? Because you don't actually know what she wants right now. So we're going to prep both of them and we're going to put them all in the oven. She has leftovers. Woohoo! Alright. Leg quarters. Each one of them take their own special attention. What we're going to do here is that we're going to season 2 breasts and 2 leg quarters. We're going to put it on the top of the skin. Why? Because we want the skin to get crispy. I am seasoning with salt and pepper. Because guess what? You don't know what she has in her kitchen, but most people have salt and pepper in their kitchen. So this is where we're going to start. Tossed over a little bit. Tossed over a little bit. Doesn't take a lot of it doesn't take a whole lot here. Now, here's the trick. A little bit of olive oil and a little bit of massaging. Oh yeah, baby. Use the fingertips. Use the fingertips. Trust me, she'll thank you later. Okay? You want to get that in? Get that in. Alright, we've got the chicken in the pan. We've got the potatoes in the oven. They've been there for about 10 minutes. They've got a head start. This is the perfect time to make another cocktail for her. Don't think I forgot about the spinach. It only takes a couple of minutes. We're going to deal with that just a second. Now we've got to do the sauteed spinach. So we've got a little bit of olive oil going into the pan that's already started. And we've got some onions that we diced up earlier. Remember that? Okay. You don't want too much heat to start off with. If you have it too high, you're going to overburn your onions. So what you want to do is wake the onions up. It's like an alarm clock. You just want to slowly bring them up to heat. Once you do that, we're good. Alright, so when you're cooking onions, you have to be very, very careful because they will burn on you. You have to pay attention. It's usually about 5 to 6 minutes and then you're going to have a problem. So at 2 to 3 minutes is when you're going to add the garlic in. The garlic is going to flavor the oil, flavor the onions, and make everything easy for you. Right after that, you're going to add the spinach. So when you add the garlic be prepared to add the spinach almost immediately after that. We're adding a teaspoon of garlic. You shake that around. And now from here, we're adding spinach. Now, I would say 2 handfuls, but I have really large hands. So I'm going to use just a little bit less. And that tends to happen. Saute means to jump in French. That's what we're doing in the pan. A lot of spinach is going to wilt down to nothing, much like it's doing here. We're going to toss this with just a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. Always season to taste. And at this point, you're done. So here we are. She's had a couple of drinks. You done cooked everything. Everything is wonderful. All you got to do is finish this. The LPR, baby. The pineapple mule. Otherwise known as the liquid panty remover. I'm just being funny, but I'm actually not. So, once again, here we are at the end. All you need to do is remember that women aren't complicated. They just want to be fed. And all you got to do is cook your way to the cookie.